In 1984, Nike took a chance. They were a company known primarily for their running shoes, but they were looking to expand their horizons and make a mark in the basketball world. The competition was fierce, with established brands like Converse and Adidas dominating the market. Nike needed something or someone extraordinary to break through. They signed a young Michael Jordan. At the time, Jordan was fresh out of college, having just led the University of North Carolina to a national championship. He was a promising talent, but still unproven in the professional arena. Many questioned whether he could transition his college success to the NBA. He was just a rookie. The pressure was immense, and the expectations were sky-high. Jordan had to prove himself not just as a player but as a marketable star who could carry a brand on his shoulders. Nike believed in his star power. They saw something special in him, something that transcended the game of basketball. They believed that Jordan had the charisma, the talent, and the drive to become a global icon. They created the Air Jordan line for him. This was a revolutionary move. Instead of just another endorsement deal, Nike built an entire brand around Jordan. The Air Jordan sneakers were designed to be as dynamic and exciting as Jordan's playing style. This was a big risk for Nike. They were venturing into uncharted territory, betting on a rookie in a sport where they had little presence. The stakes were high, and failure could have been disastrous for the company. They were known for running shoes. Nike had built its reputation on innovative running gear, and their foray into basketball was seen by many as a risky gamble. Basketball shoes were a new challenge. The market was already crowded, and Nike had to create something that would stand out not just in terms of performance but also in style and appeal. No one knew if Jordan would live up to the hype. The pressure was on him to deliver, and the entire basketball world was watching. Analysts and fans alike were skeptical, wondering if he could truly become the game-changer Nike believed he was, but Nike was ready to gamble. They were willing to take the risk, believing that the potential rewards far outweighed the dangers. They invested heavily in marketing and promotion, making sure that the Air Jordan brand would be seen and heard everywhere. The first Air Jordan was designed by Peter Moore. Moore was a visionary designer who understood the importance of creating a shoe that was not only functional, but also visually striking. He wanted the Air Jordan to be a statement piece, something that would catch the eye and capture the imagination. It had a black and red colorway. This was a bold choice, as most basketball shoes at the time were white or muted in color. The black and red design was meant to reflect Jordan's aggressive and dynamic playing style. These colors were bold and unconventional. They broke the mold of what a basketball shoe could look like, setting a new standard for design and creativity in sports footwear. They matched the Chicago Bulls uniforms. The synergy between the shoe and the team's colors made it an instant hit among fans, creating a strong visual identity that was instantly recognizable, and matched Jordan's playing style. Nike's bet paid off. Jordan's electrifying performances on the court, combined with the innovative design of the Air Jordans, created a perfect storm of success. Michael Jordan exploded onto the NBA scene. His athleticism, skill, and charisma made him a sensation, and he quickly became one of the most talked about players in the league. He was electrifying on the court. Every game was a showcase of his talent, and fans couldn't get enough. His highlight reels were filled with jaw-dropping plays that left audiences in awe. People wanted to be like Mike. His influence extended beyond the basketball court, inspiring a generation of young athletes who dreamed of emulating his success. And they wanted to wear his shoes. The Air Jordans became a cultural phenomenon, coveted by fans and sneaker enthusiasts alike. The Air Jordan 1 was an instant hit. It revolutionized the sneaker industry, setting new trends and standards. Nike's gamble had paid off, and the Air Jordan brand became a cornerstone of their success. The NBA had strict rules about shoe colors. Back in the mid-1980s, the league was very particular about maintaining a uniform look on the court. This meant that players' shoes had to adhere to specific guidelines. Shoes had to be mostly white. The idea was to ensure that no single player stood out too much, keeping the focus on the game rather than individual flair. They had to match the team uniform. This rule was strictly enforced, and any deviation was met with penalties. The Air Jordan 1 broke these rules. When Michael Jordan stepped onto the court wearing the black and red Air Jordan 1, it was a bold statement. Its black and red design was considered too flashy. The striking colorway was unlike anything seen before in the NBA, and it immediately caught everyone's attention. The NBA decided to ban the Air Jordan 1. They claimed it violated the league's uniform policy, and they were determined to enforce their rules. Every time Jordan wore the shoes on the court, he was fined $5,000. This hefty fine was meant to deter him from wearing the non-compliant shoes, but it only added to the allure. This seemed like bad news for Nike. The company had invested heavily in the Air Jordan line, and a ban could have spelled disaster for their marketing plans. But they had a different plan. Instead of backing down, Nike saw an opportunity to turn the situation to their advantage. Nike saw an opportunity in the ban. They realized that the controversy could be used to generate buzz and excitement around the Air Jordan 1. They decided to use it to their advantage. By highlighting the ban, Nike could position the Air Jordan 1 as a rebellious and must-have item. They turned the controversy into a marketing campaign. Nike's ads emphasized the fact that the NBA didn't want people to wear these shoes, making them even more desirable. They highlighted the NBA's attempt to stop people from wearing the Air Jordan 1. This strategy was genius. It played into the public's love for underdog stories and defiance against authority. It created a sense of rebellion around the shoe. Wearing the Air Jordan 1 became a statement, a way to show that you were different and bold. People loved the idea of wearing something that was banned. It gave the shoes an edge, a story that resonated with fans and sneaker enthusiasts alike. The Air Jordan 1 became a symbol of defiance. It wasn't just a basketball shoe, it was a cultural icon that represented breaking the rules and standing out from the crowd. Nike's marketing campaign was a huge success. They ran commercials about the banned shoe. They even offered to pay Jordan's fines. This made people want the Air Jordan 1 even more. The more the NBA tried to ban the shoe, the more popular it became. People saw it as a badge of honor to own a pair. It was a way to be like Mike, both on and off the court. The Air Jordan 1 became a cultural phenomenon. It wasn't just a basketball shoe anymore, it was a fashion statement. It was a symbol of rebellion. And it was a must-have for sneaker enthusiasts. Nike had tapped into something special. They created a shoe that went beyond sports. The Air Jordan 1 became a part of popular culture. Air Jordans quickly moved from the court to the streets. People started wearing them casually. They weren't just for basketball anymore, they were for everyday life. Musicians embraced Air Jordans. Rappers mentioned them in their lyrics. Music videos featured the iconic shoes. This further cemented their place in pop culture. The shoe's popularity wasn't just about Michael Jordan's fame, it was about the shoes themselves. The designs were fresh and innovative. They pushed the boundaries of what a basketball shoe could be. Air Jordans became a status symbol. People wanted to own the latest pair. They wanted to be seen in the most exclusive releases. The sneaker culture as we know it was born. Section 5. Sneakerheads emerge, collectors and their grail. With the success of Air Jordans, a new breed of collector emerged, the sneakerhead. These individuals were not just casual buyers, they were passionate enthusiasts who saw sneakers as more than just footwear. They viewed them as pieces of art, cultural artifacts, and symbols of status. These were people who loved sneakers. They admired the craftsmanship, the design, and the history behind each pair. For them, owning a pair of rare sneakers was akin to owning a piece of history. They collected them with a passion. Their collections were meticulously organized, often displayed in custom-built shelves or cases. Each pair had a story, a memory, or a significance attached to it. Sneakerheads lined up for hours to get new releases. It wasn't uncommon to see long queues outside stores, with people camping overnight just to get their hands on the latest drop. The anticipation and excitement were palpable. They traded and sold shoes among themselves. Sneaker conventions and swap meets became popular, where enthusiasts could buy, sell, and trade their prized possessions. It was a community built on mutual respect and shared passion. Rare Air Jordans became highly sought after. These limited edition releases were the crown jewels of any collection. The rarer the sneaker, the higher its value and desirability. They became known as grails. In the sneaker world, a grail is a shoe that is highly coveted, often due to its rarity, design, or historical significance. Owning a grail was a mark of prestige. The Air Jordan 1 banned is a prime example. This shoe, with its bold black and red colorway, was famously banned by the NBA, adding to its allure and mystique. This shoe is one of the most iconic sneakers ever. Its story, design, and the controversy surrounding it have cemented its place in sneaker history. It's a symbol of the Air Jordan legacy. The banned 1S represent the rebellious spirit and innovation that the brand stands for, and it's highly valuable on the resale market. Collectors and enthusiasts are willing to pay top dollar to own a piece of this legacy. Another grail is the Air Jordan 11 Concord. This shoe, with its sleek design and rich history, is a must-have for any serious collector. This shoe was released in 1995. It marked a significant moment in sneaker history with its innovative design and unparalleled style. It features a sleek black and white design. The patent leather and mesh combination made it stand out, and it quickly became a favorite among sneaker enthusiasts. It's still one of the most popular Air Jordans today. Decades after its release, the Concord 11S continue to be a staple in the sneaker community, loved for their timeless design and cultural significance. Section 6. From the streets to the runway, high fashion embraces sneakers. Air Jordans didn't just influence street style, they also made their mark on high fashion. Designers started incorporating sneakers into their collections. Luxury brands collaborated with Nike on limited edition Air Jordans. These collaborations were highly coveted, sold out instantly, and commanded high prices on the resale market. The Air Jordan 1 X Dior collaboration is a perfect example. This shoe combined luxury materials with iconic design. It was a sneakerhead's dream and solidified the Air Jordan's place in the world of high fashion. This crossover between streetwear and high fashion is still going strong. Air Jordans continue to inspire designers and blur the lines between sportswear and luxury. Section 7. The Resale Kingdom, a billion-dollar phenomenon. The popularity of Air Jordans created a massive resale market. People buy and sell sneakers like stocks, tracking their value and trying to predict future trends. Online platforms like StockX and GOAT emerged, providing a safe and secure way to buy and sell sneakers. They authenticate shoes to prevent fakes and offer market data to buyers and sellers. The resale market for Air Jordans is now a billion-dollar industry. Rare sneakers can sell for tens of thousands of dollars, and some even fetch six-figure sums. The Air Jordan 1 Chicago, signed by Michael Jordan himself, sold for $560,000 in 2020, breaking the record for the most expensive sneakers ever sold. Section 8. More than just shoes. The cultural impact of Air Jordans. Air Jordans are more than just shoes. They are a cultural phenomenon. They have had a profound impact on fashion, music, and street culture. Air Jordans have been featured in countless movies and TV shows. They have been worn by everyone from athletes to musicians to politicians. They are a global symbol of coolness and style. The Air Jordan brand has also been a platform for social change. Nike has released special edition Air Jordans to support various causes using their platform to raise awareness about important issues. This combination of cultural influence and social consciousness has made Air Jordans more than just a brand. They are a movement and a part of history. Section 9. A legacy cemented. Air Jordans rule supreme. Today, Air Jordans continue to dominate the sneaker world. New models are released regularly, and collaborations with artists and designers keep the brand fresh. The resale market shows no signs of slowing down. Michael Jordan's legacy is forever intertwined with Air Jordan. The shoes are a testament to his greatness on the court, and a symbol of his enduring impact on popular culture. Air Jordans are a true American success story. They started with a risky bet on a young athlete and evolved into a global phenomenon. The legacy of Air Jordans is still being written, but one thing is for sure: Air Jordans rule supreme.